Hello, welcome, welcome. For any of you for whom this is your first time to Loops and Scoops, welcome from wherever you are in the world, whatever time zone. And the intention, we have several intentions for this time. One is to connect and to know that you're welcome to come as you are. This is a come as you are party that's intended to give you the experience of the nourishment of your attention. And that your attention as is important to you as food and water, and how you use your attention can be a gift. Part of what we play with here is how to move from fear to love through presence, and the great value of presence in our lives and how to cultivate more and more of that. So what I'd like you to do today as we're starting is to take a baseline of your aliveness and vitality right now. So between, you can use whatever scale you want. You could use 0 to a gazillion, or you could use 1 to 10. But where are you in your aliveness right now? And just do a whole body scan and get a sense of that, and just write that number down so that you can forget about it. So just think of it and then write it down. And then I'd like you to, I want to start today with love scoops rather than with loop of awareness. So I'd like you to imagine that love and attention is all around you, but there's certain places in us that we tend to neglect. So we do a lot with our heads, looking, perceiving, taking in, sorting, speaking, eating. But I wonder if you've actually given attention to your head recently. So I'd like you to scoop up some love, and I'd like you to give it to your head. So you can do little sprinkles, little taps. You can do love scoop taps. You can, again, make sure you scoop up some. You want to reach out and scoop up some. And then I particularly like to give it to my ears, because my ears pick up the nuances and hear the birds and can hear the tonality in somebody else when they are having a feeling arise, and my ears pick it up. So let your love scoop bring some appreciation to your ears, how you would like to do that. Sometimes I like to give a little tug on my ears, just like I give to my cat's tails. Give them a nice little tug. And scoop up again. And you can also scoop from around and back of you. There's love back there too. And you can give it to your throat, the big gateway between the head and the rest of your body. And the openness in your throat lets everything else open. So let's do a scoop and hum. So you scoop in some love, and then let yourself meet the touch with your and feeling that I can feel it reverberating down into my body. And then let's do some love scoops into our whole heart area, which has probably been pumping extra with all of the things that you're attending to, all of the people whom you want to send love to. You may forget you. So love scooping, and I'm going to do a love scoop front and back, so that I'm scooping to my heart and to my back, which backs up my heart. I'm appreciating myself backing me up. And so you can scoop and embrace and actually feel the love, and you can let it pour down your back. You can scoop and ooze as you're letting it move through your whole heart area. And giving love to the ways in which your heart may have been challenged recently, just handling everything, reacting to everything. Just notice also, your heart also is so supported by your arms reaching out. And so let's also honor our arms and the connection to our hearts and how all of that can expand together. And then let's scoop into our bellies, the place in your body where most of your fear signals come from. They may move up and around and all over your body, but they definitely percolate here. So how about doing a little scoop and jiggle? Because we also have all of these messages of, suck it up, don't have a tummy. So if you're scooping and jiggling, you can honor the seat of all of your feelings and give yourself some loving attention for just what you're feeling in your belly today. I feel a little bit of sort of collective, oh, what's going to happen? We haven't gotten any rain. And I realize that, of course, my worrying about the rain is not going to make any difference at all, but I can love myself for those little worry jiggles. So just notice what kind of fear wiggles and jiggles you've got, and let yourself scoop up and bring in. And again, I like to attend to my back, because we think of our feelings as being front of the body, but your belly comes through to the part of you where you generate adrenaline. So let's give some loving attention to our adrenaline source, which has probably been working a little bit overtime. So scooping and jiggling. Beautiful. Beautiful. And then if you let your body keep choosing whether you want to be standing, sitting, and or lying down, because you can do this in all different relationships to gravity and finding out that all of you is lovable. Beautiful. So I'm already, even, my baseline is already risen. So you might want to do just a little, oh yeah. The main thing that humans are intended to do is circulate. So with your breath, with your movement, and with your attention. And so now I'd love to have you play with giving attention to you, any place where you've been feeling a little compressed or squished or contracted, that you haven't been getting as much juice. And I'd like you to simply give your attention, that is, let it rest on that place and let your attention come to meet your attention from inside, feeling how does that place in you want to receive attention. So I feel just a little squishy at the bottom of my diaphragm. And so I'm giving attention to that. And then I'd like you to give attention out just to the space right around you. And I'd like you to alternate between having focused. In fact, I'm going to just grab something over here. I'd like you to play with fanning your attention. So I'd like you to start with letting your attention go out right around you, and then let it fan out into that place, alternating between fanning and focusing. So fanning and focusing. So I've focused right out on a picture of our former beloved, our cat Lucy, who a picture of her having a playful interaction with a parrot. And so I'm focusing on that and then letting it fan out to the rest of the room that's all full of things that I love. And so as I'm giving attention, I'm also feeling how much I love these, and then bring that attention back to you. So focusing any place in you that's calling for your attention, go ahead and let your attention land, and then let it fan out. Let it fan out in that place so that you're moving your attention. So you can move your attention in all kinds of different ways, and they're nourishing, because when you shift your attention, it refreshes your whole body. So the big thing I would like you to focus on, let's do it a couple more times. Let yourself focus out to the area that's beyond the room where you're in. And that might be through a window. It could be just letting your attention go out to that area in a focused way. And then what would happen if you let your attention fan out from there? Just sweeping. It's almost like the wing of a butterfly, too. So you could let your attention find the next place that it wants to land out there. And when you let your attention land, really letting it land, it comes back to you. And that the love and the attention that you give out, let that return to you, returning to the reservoir, returning to the source inside you. And again, let it first focus and then fan. And find a new way to fan your attention. So you might fan it over the front of you and then around the back of you, doing your own little attention dance and noticing how giving yourself attention, for me, it creates a kind of a champagne bubble rising up energy inside. And now see if you can let yourself just easily alternate between focusing and then fanning. And I like to do that with appreciation, like, wow, all of the different aspects of life. And then returning to you and the miracle of you and all of the different facets of you, and picking a new place to focus. Like I'm focusing now on the backs of my knees, which I hardly ever focus on. And really giving my attention to, hello, backs of knees, and then letting it fan out from there. So find a place in you that you hardly ever give attention to, and really give attention to it, like, hello, and then fanning out from there. How like sometimes when you play peekaboo, you go, hello, and then fan out from there. So letting yourself alternate between focusing and fanning, and then returning to you, focusing and fanning. Now, sometimes it'll happen the other way, like something's going on. So let yourself just scoop around like, oh, there it is. Oh, it's right there in my throat. There's a little, oh, I feel a little sad. And then you can focus your loving attention on that. So focusing and fanning, and let's have a couple of love scoops just to include all of that, all of us. Letting your fanning out include all of these people on the call and all of the people that they know and all of the people that they know, and then bringing all of that love back to you. And making the me sounds, any me yummy, the way that most people only talk to their pets. You can talk to yourself that way. Oh, honey, oh, beautiful. And then just take a little wiggle and tune into your baseline. And how is your baseline now? So between 1 and 10, or between 0 and a gazillion, where are you now? And for me, what I keep remembering is that when I simply shift my attention, I get to fill my reservoir and refresh myself while connecting with others. So this is the best way I know to connect with others and feel that sense of presence, even when we're not in person yet. Wonderful. So thank you for this section. And for those of you who are only here for Loops and Scoops, off you go now.